few crates which seem heavy, but you're not sure how well they're going to hold. You want to try the shackles too?
Shackles are actually well. All right. How many crates are there?
There are quite a few, several dozen crates lined up against the wall.
Okay. What I think we'll try to do is tie the rope to one of the crates and then put about 3 crates on top of that.
Okay. The crates are pretty heavy, so you think you should be able to support one person going up without it slipping?
Yeah, I'm going to suggest perhaps Dother first, one of the lighter characters, or Denora, before we test it with Big Heavy John.
Yeah, who has higher acrobatics?
For athletics, actually, for climb, it'd be athletics. I've got 0.
I've got a 1.
I got an 11 for athletics, so I actually could go up there and then help support it so other people can climb up more easily. I'm not carrying that much weight on me because I only have my armor and my bow and halberd. So,
alright, so we'll have Greg come up first.
All right, I pull the rope lightly to make sure it's secure, and then I will attempt to climb up the shaft into the room above where we are. 21.
You're able to nimbly and swiftly climb up.
All right. Once we get up there, I'm going to stand near the ledge and hold onto the rope as well, and also be mindful of people slipping, so I can at least try to reach down and catch at them if they're close enough.
So what did you want to do?
Basically, I'm standing at the ledge, and I'm basically readying myself in case someone starts to slip and they're within reach, so I can grab at them so they don't fall down.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Who's next? Make your roll.
Right. I'm going to, before I start climbing up, I'm going to tie the rope around my waist so I don't plummet to my death.
Yeah, I motion for John to come near the edge so we can catch if someone is to fall.
All right, here we go.
Mr. Heavy Man.
Burp.
Oh, you fall back down, and the momentum of your fall causes the crates to shift a bit, but you dangle there. In midair.
Can I pull him up?
You're gonna have to do a strength check. You have to lift its body weight up, just your arms.
Okay.
You got +0 to your athletics.
What?
Yes, I'm a caster.
13. How far can I pull him up with a 13 on my strength check?
You struggled to even pull him up a bit.
All right. Well, at least I'm just holding on to.
Oh, can he use his strength to assist me in trying to climb up?
You mean like what? Moving the rope up as you try to climb?
Yeah, aiding.
Right now you're in a shaft dangling from a rope tied to your waist.
Alright,
there's no climbing going on here right now. You need to get out of this situation.
Try pulling the rope along, and I'll put my feet against the wall and try and walk up while he's pulling me up.
All right.
Okay, get out of this situation first.
Okay. I try and get myself back into the floor that we were on previously.
Okay, so you're just going to swing back and forth and try to get onto the ground?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so, Denora's there and John's there, so I'm assuming they're going to help you too, so you're back on your feet. Now, what is this brilliant plan for helping him get up?
Actually, before he starts doing that, I kind of want to look around to see what we can do with this room, because as I'm thinking right now, even if we get everyone up here, we're still on -6 floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's a way to just summon the elevator from there. So is there a way on this floor to summon the elevator?
It doesn't appear to be.
Screw it, I'm going back to my original plan. Let's shoot the bottom of the elevator.
We're gonna have to do this multiple times, really. And then,
I think this is going to be too complicated and long-winded to do this every single floor.
Mm.
But I'd rather us all be in one place if we're going to try and summon the elevator by alternate means.
Okay.
Because if we're on separate floors, then...
Oh, yeah, well, I could fly down. It's just getting Greg back down to the...
I can climb down. That's not too much of a trouble.
Alright, well, we'll tie the rope to you just to be safe. Give John the other end. And, try to climb down.
Okay, I'm gonna brace
climbing back down.
Climb back down, brace my feet against the wall, and I'm moving carefully downward. 26.
Okay, you make it back down.
And I'm just going to fly back down to that floor.
All right.
So what are you guys doing now?
I'm
Closing the door on the 6th floor, and we're going to try to attack the elevator to tell them that there's something below and see if they investigate.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna just get my great bow out. I'm gonna knock an arrow in it, lean up partially out of shaft, and then fire straight upward. Just 15, just to make sure I'm shooting at least.
Your arrow hits the bottom of the elevator and clanks around and then falls back down the shaft.
Well, that's at least one arrow wasted. Hopefully, it will do something.
I'm one of the long-standing members of the group, i.e. John and Dotha, and ask, in all frankness, I look down at my feet first, and sigh and say, do you know if Wesley could control the elevator?
Interesting.
It's possible. We could just nip to Wyrmwick and get him.
But if he's able to control the elevator, shouldn't what I have be able to control it as well? Because he was able to open the portals and move the statues, and when I got this mark, I was able to do the same things.
Dother, you suspect that Kathleen's markings, while being able to do the similar or same things that Wes was able to do, you just suspect she doesn't know how to do them just yet.
Okay. All right. Well,
sticking your hand in an elevator shaft might not be the answer.
I stick my hand in the elevator shaft to see if there's an answer.
The dog pees on it.
Oh! I really don't want to involve Wes. I really, really don't.
Well,
I would rather go back to Colleen Grove and take a ferry.
Are there any markings on the wall that might interact with that?
Once again, I have said...
I know, but I mean, like, near the doorway or anything like that?
The only markings are over the portals.
Once again, the only markings are over the portals.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe we'll just have to kind of bite the bullet on this one and say that we can't assault from this level and try to actually approach it from the front.
I've got an idea. Instead of sticking your hand out the shaft, Kathleen, try putting your hand on the floor in front of the shaft.
Okay.
And try, I don't know, mentally calling for the elevator. I don't know.
Alright, I will try to see if I can channel any sort of energy through my hand and summon the elevator.
You kneel down in front of the hole in the wall and put your hand on the floor. The other four look on in amazement as...
Nothing
happens.
The only option we've got is... wasn't there an entrance down in the catacombs?
Let's go further down. That's a terrible idea.
Jump down.
We took the elevator down to the catacombs.
Yeah.
There's only going to be one elevator on this thing.
No, I mean, but we can climb down.
I can see.
I know, but there's no advantage to going down.
I can see two choices.
As you guys start bickering and arguing during your conversations, you notice that the elevator started to come down rapidly. You estimate that it's about 2 floors above you right now.
Is it still coming?
No, it stopped 2 floors above you.
Try shooting it again.
Well, I mentioned before, one option is just to wait and see if it comes down towards us.
Shoot it
How long have
again.
we been in this room, by the way?
A couple hours.
We're
dicking around doing
this. Oh, I don't really want to be here because I know this is Sir Wayne. I know he's going to fuck us up. We're here. Oh.
All right, so our option...
Sorry.
Well,
We either
so our
involve
options
the
are-
insanity of Wesley. We either wait for
I
the
don't-
elevator to come down.
We don't
We
need
either
to do
take the
this.
front door.
We can seriously leave this place with our heads hung in shame and just take the direct approach.
Yes, then waste a few more days.
It'll waste time, but this way we can at least approach this in our grounds instead of waiting to see who's in the elevator and if they're even going to come down.
But now we are shamed in the Church of Palor. We can't go back to the Colin Grove portal.
We don't have to go to Colin Grove. We can go to Wyrmwick. Wyrmwick's closer to where Wayne told, isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh, is it not? I thought it was. Okay then.
All right, so
I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal to go through the Wyrmwick or the Collins Grove portal. It may look a little bit silly, and yes, we're probably going to look like idiots. But the situation with Duke Ned means that he's probably going to grant us as much pardon as we need. I'm aiming back there because I don't want to see who's on the other side of that elevator if we don't know.
Well, if you're heading back, then...
If this elevator seems to be in constant use, then something is happening, something is mobilizing, and I don't want to see what's on the other side of the door.
And the elevator goes back up. You estimate it to be back on the ground floor.
All right. Okay, so we're going to... So the plan right now is go back to Collins Grove and take a ferry directly to the hold or as close as possible and walk the rest of the way?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Any complaints?
No.
All right, then let's go.
No other ideas, at least.
That was a colossal waste of time. Let's go. So we're going to go back through the portal.
Okay.
And we're going to be back in the closet.
Why are you in this fucking closet?
I hope to God the priest.
Why are you in this fucking closet? It's amazing.
And we're going to open the door.
Alrighty. You open the door and you notice that it is now very dark outside and the place is empty.
Okay, well, we don't have to worry about anyone worrying about that, do we? And we're going to head out.
Before that, I go to the main part of the church, and I say my apologies to Paylor.
Okay.
And now we can leave.
Well, let's... So if we need a ferry, are we going to find a ferry this time of night?
We can see.
Let's might as well look for it. The sooner we can leave, the better, but...
Alright. We can at least go down to the harbor, see if there are any boats there, and if not, we can stay the night and work from there.
Okay, you going to the harbor?
Yeah, see if it's...
Alright, so you guys wander on down to the harbor, and you notice that it is not very active at all. There's very few people here, even very few guards wander the harbor. One tavern in particular seems to be hopping with activity. There seem to be quite a few men there drinking and having a merry old time. But beyond that, it's very, very quiet.
And there's no one really out at their boats or anything like that. There probably wouldn't be. Alright, I think maybe we should just call it a night. See about tackling it tomorrow morning. Alright, I didn't hear any complaints, so I guess...
Alright, if you say so.
Alright, you guys head back to the inn, and the innkeeper is surprised to see you, but he says, you got a gold, you got a room. And you guys bunker up into your rooms for the night? Or do you want to discuss things, or just sleep?
I think we already know what we're going to try to do. Go to the harbor, talk to Ed tomorrow morning.
You wake up in the morning, and Kathleen, roll a die.
Yay.
Roll a d20.
2?
Ooh.
Oh.
That's not good. You notice that sometime during the night, black spikes had actually formed on a straight line down your back. Starting to form on your back.
I immediately check these out. Are they piercing her skin?
The tips of them are piercing their skin. They're not pronounced yet, but they are there.
And I'm guessing Caitlin's in extreme pain.
She's uncomfortable.
That sucks.
Don't roll the 2 next time.
I rolled a 20 the first time. I thought my dice were hot.
You're still so sure we should take several days to go and take care of each problem?
No, but do you have another plan to get to Wayne's hold?
Well, I could try the portal again and see if the lifts come down.
Oh, no. God, no.
Okay, folks. If we're going to go for if we were going to deal with the lift over there, we would have stayed there the whole night and waited for it. But obviously, we're not going to do that. So let's just go
to the harbor.
Let's go to the harbor and do this as fast as we possibly can.
You guys wander on down to the harbor, and you notice there are several ships there with several first mates at the docking of the ships. Most any of them seem approachable, though A few seem unreputable, a few seem more reputable than not.
Could we roll streetwise to see if we can find any guy who looks to